TF2 trading is a waste of time. You should just get a job instead. Well, as an experienced trader, what do I think of this? I absolutely agree. Many years ago, I thought I'd be making far more profit if I traded several hours a day, but it was a massive waste of time. I was making peanuts compared to a literal minimum wage job that I could have gotten at McDonald's, or what we call here in Australia, Macca's, less than a kilometer away. And I never did so because my schedule was full of studying, exercising, and socializing with friends, so maybe I was coping, but I couldn't find the time for shifts. But as I started to build my inventory and experience, I saw the potential in TF2 trading making time work for me instead of me working for time. And although it wasn't from a job, I invested my own money into the game just from birthday and Christmas gifts. And with these extra funds, I skipped low tier trading entirely and jumped straight into the big money making machine of unusuals. And from there on, I made several keys profit a day with 90% passivity instead of a few ref profit per day working my butt off. Imagine how overpowered that would be if you used your paycheck from your job to hyper accelerate your progress in trading to make over 10 keys profit per day whilst only trading 15 minutes per day. That's one of the principles I didn't understand for years and years before I figured out myself what I was doing wrong. I realized that spending so many hours in low tier trading and how I kept wasting my time blaming ref prices, trading bots, or greedy players was downright silly. The good deals are always there every day, but you never see them like how I wasn't seeing them, and it all comes down to experience. In wanting to solve this problem, I've launched my school project where I personally help TF2 traders, you, achieve the backpack of your dreams, just like how I did in the past. I hope that immersing yourself in a community of good people with the same goals as you, a skilled mentor, and excellent resources can prosper the harsh TF2 market filled with bad people. This is my way to offer you something great if you want to learn more about profitable trading, know how I do my stuff, or if you want to simply support the channel. See if you qualify by clicking the top link of the description now. Here are the 5 most important things you need to know about using your job to accelerate your progress in trading. Number 1, a job is active. The thing about jobs is that all of them require active work for several hours a day. Now, I'm not saying that jobs are bad in any way, but in order for you to generate money, you have to be physically there to do some sort of task. You have to exchange your time for money, and quite a lot of it to make a comfortable living. This is pretty much the only drawback that jobs have. But because it takes up most of your day to work, that means a job is your primary income source. A fat amount of your net worth is contributed from your work. And depending on where you're from and your occupation, you'd be making a few hundred to a few thousand per month roughly if you're employed for 99% of you watching. Especially if you're young and have the ability to save up your own money, why not invest some of your earnings into TF2 trading? Whether you view trading as a hobby or a side hustle, it can be complementary to your job for several reasons. That leads us on to number 2, trading is passive. If you're doing it right, trading requires very little effort per day. Contrary to popular belief, the top 1% of the traders who have thousands of dollars worth of items in their backpack don't have to trade 3 hours per day in order to achieve their results. Realistically, they spend a maximum of 30 minutes a day looking for deals when they have pure available, and then once they find something, they'll usually just list it on backpack.tf classifieds or a cash website, and eventually it just sells for full price. It would be silly to be trading 3 hours a day for peanuts, wouldn't it? Starting with 20 keys, it's unrealistic that you could trade up to 100 keys in the next month, even if you trade 3 hours a day. If you work the same 3 hours a day for a month, but in a job for minimum wage in the US, which is like $7.25 per hour, excluding any tax, you'd have at least $650, which is over 400 keys. That's why when you have 20 keys, you should spend no more than 20 minutes looking for something with a 30% profit margin. 1 month later, you can make 6 keys profit with just 20 minutes of work. If you want to calculate your effective wage for this profitable trade, since you made 6 keys profit in 20 minutes of work, that technically means you were just paid 18 keys per hour for a brief moment. Compare that to the minimum wage job where you'll scrape the equivalent of 5 keys per hour if you're lucky. And in order to leverage that effective wage more, you have to work with more capital. Trading is a wealth accelerator that can work very well alongside your job that is making the big bucks, and then you can every once in a while invest some real money into trading to yield some nice returns. That is how trading is best used. A few short sessions every now and then alongside a job to generate a nice amount of cash while balancing time. Number 3, money makes money. Would you rather have $5 million right now or a penny doubled every day for 40 days? You take the 5 million bucks. But that would be a serious mistake. Accept $5 million now and you forsake nearly $5.5 billion. That's 5.5 with a 0.000000000 that you just sacrificed because you didn't take advantage of compounding. Examine the chart below that demonstrates the force of doubling. Now, if we instead converted these days into months, started with $10 and changed our 100% increase of doubling into a more realistic 20% profit per month for trading, we see something like this. So if you trade for 3 years straight, making 20% profit per month starting from $10, you'd build an impressive $7,000 backpack. But in that first year, there's not much movement going on really. Sure, going from $10 to $89 is a 790% increase, is cool percentage wise. You only made $79 in 1 year, which is horrendously slow. But what if you started with $100 instead of $10? You could easily finance that from your hypothetical minimum wage job, right? In the same time frame, you would end up with over 10 times more. Imagine having a $70,000 backpack in TF2 from just trading for 3 years. Well, of course, a 20% increase every month with these big numbers is not realistic. A more realistic final number would be closer to $15,000 to $25,000 as the profit margin dips down to 5 to 10% with thousands of dollars worth of items. But wow, just an extra $90 funded from your job to achieve extraordinary results. Number 4, skip low tier trading. People commented on my Jungle Inferno contracts video saying to get a job instead to skip low tier trading. And I 100% agree. I made the contracts video as a second place contender in doing so. Low tier trading is insanely slow. You're forced to be active with little capital to start off with, so you're investing a bunch of time for such little profit. That's why simply investing your own money skips the time of low tier trading and all the stress that comes with it. All it takes to be optimal is $100, which can be easily funded from a job. Even $75 can yield similar results. Unless you genuinely like to do low tier trading for fun, or you're unable to access a job, or you can't process online payments, just invest your own money into TF2 if you're even a smidge bit serious in wanting to trade profitably. Number 5, withdraw initial funds. Once you're happy with an inventory you've built, you can simply withdraw the amount you invested, and now you're trading with free play money. If you started with $100 and you're at $1,000, you have the option of safely withdrawing your initial $100 if you wanted to. It won't make much of a difference in your trading journey if you choose to do so. It doesn't matter if you keep it in either, the difference is negligible. Additionally, you can choose to invest more into trading or withdraw more than your initial, it doesn't matter either. As long as you're happy with your financial state and fulfillment, you can do what you'd like. If you choose to invest more, it's best to do it early. That's all I have to say for this video. Remember, if you're interested in trading up to your dream TF2 backpack without having to struggle alone in today's a tough economy, click the top link of the description now. Thanks for watching this video. Leave a like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and leave a comment on this video about what you do for a living. See ya!